Let's kick off with a huge congrats, man. 100 days. Why is 100 days significant? What is the milestone?
The milestone is no alcohol for 100 days.
Fucking A, man. Congratulations. That is huge.
Thank you.
That is huge.
It is huge, especially given how much of an alcoholic I was.
So
No.
let's dive into it because I have, over the decades, I guess, at this point, right, seen you take a stab at sobriety many different times, and the successes varied, but nothing has approached 100 days. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing anywhere.
Well, I mean, don't make it seem like it's that bad.
I mean, when you were laying under those overpasses, just taking hit after hit.
Hey, listen, you've also taken a stab at
I know,
non-sobriety
I know.
with me many times.
Well, I was going to say 100 days sober, even for someone who does not consider themselves a drinker, but let's just say for someone who drinks occasionally socially, like that's a meaningful period of time.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a quarter of the year, more than a quarter of the year. So I'm sure we've talked about this. We've tracked it a little bit over time, but what made the difference this time around? Let's reiterate that for folks. And maybe your answer's changed.
I think that initially it was fear of death, which was largely driven by my doctor calling me up and saying, your liver enzymes are like, whatever it was, 5x, 7x, what they should be.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that was number one. But just to give people a benchmark of kind of where I was at drinking wise, my journey with alcohol has been one of a love affair. I've definitely enjoyed the drinks, but for me, it's never been about drinking to blackout or drinking to even like any type of illness or sickness. It's just kind of consistency, meaning that when COVID happened, I was sober as could be for the first 3 weeks. And then I'm like, what do we have to do? We should just drink a little bit. I think everybody's going to be okay. At first, I was like, got to get my immune system like on point. And then I just kind of gave that up. And there was a lot of, loneliness. And I was out in the woods in the middle of nowhere in Oregon and had some young kids. And I was like, let's just crack a bottle of wine. So it was a very common, very normal thing for us as a household.
Yeah, for a lot of people.
To just crack a bottle and just finish the whole bottle between two people. And that became the norm. And then I just remembered that for me, I was always asking myself, can I take a day or two off per week? Which I think would be a good, healthy thing. But then if you just add up the amount of drinks, even with taking a day or two off, if you're doing 3 drinks a night, that's a lot of drinks every month, right?
It's a lot. And just to put that also in a broader context, part of the reason I've never lived full-time in New York City, and part of the reason some of my friends have moved out of New York City, is not because New York City is a bad place, but at least in the social circles, by and large, that I know, finishing a bottle of wine between 2 people, let's call that 2.5 drinks apiece, that would be a light night in New York City. And to do that, minimum 3 nights, but 3, 4, 5, 6 nights per week, in a lot of the groups I know, at least, that is just par for the course.
Right. Yeah, the issue is that when you get into your 40s and you have all that cumulative damage of decades, you realize, well, things start to shut down, like your liver. So that was the first sign.
Only have 1 liver, so you want to take care of that, baby.
Yeah. The nice thing, obviously, about the liver is that until you're at that point of no return, it's pretty damn good at healing itself. Yeah. And my liver enzymes snap back to normal ranges within 4 weeks, which is great to see. But when I think about when have I truly given it a break? When have I truly taken more? And I've taken a month off here or there. There's like those dry Januaries, and I would have a dampish January where like you have like a drink or two, but still kind of dry January. And so that was the norm. And then I just said, if I can't go 3 months, then, and actually my therapist told me this, she said, Kevin, it's kind of a golf clap at 1 month. 3 months is where the magic happens in terms of how you feel, your energy, your mood, weight loss, glucose control, all of the things that you've said you want to have. But can you do it? And it is really challenging to go 3 months for someone like myself that it is just a crutch around social situations. It is a crutch around, if I'm being honest, when you have a partner where you're dealing with a couple little kids and It can be challenging with the kiddos and with the logistics of a household. And all of a sudden you're just like, I had a long day at work and I had a long day at home. Like, and I have some good wine sitting right there. It's very easy to tap into that.
Yeah. What would you say made the difference this time around? You had the health scare.
Yeah.
Or at least the doctor saying like, hey, hotshot.
It was surrounding myself with people that had done this before.
How did you find them?
Well, I think we're at the age that I'm sure you probably can check this box as well, where I know right now 3 people that have successfully done 12-step programs.
Sure. Easily.
In fact,
3.
we have a couple of friends in common that are now sober and have done these programs. And yeah, that's exactly it. And you reach out to them and say, hey, what did you do? What about these 12 steps has worked for you? I was always kind of put off by the religious aspect of some of the 12-step stuff. It just seemed to me like a little, I don't know, I didn't really think I had it that bad. But I knew that there were people that, and I had seen this, that had stuck to it with the help and support of these people. And they gather around you and really give you a kind of a toolkit to lean into. And for me, that has been really understanding that it's not about the 3 months. It's just about winning today.
Yeah.
And so if you can reframe it as just not today, yeah, I can have a drink tomorrow, but just not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounds so silly, but there's these little tiny things.
No, it doesn't though. Eternity, well, I guess we're not going to live for all eternity unless you believe some people on the internet, but until you die is a long time, or at least you hope it's a long time, right? But like today or tomorrow, today, it's very digestible.
Yeah, 100%. And so that was a big thing in having those friends. And the first thing they did being, some of them one's still in AA and 2 are ex-AA, is that what we do here is we just give you our numbers and you call anytime you're having a craving or you think you're getting close to not pulling this off because we want to see you succeed. And I think that's a powerful thing to be able to have a hotline to someone that is like, I've been here. It sucks. Yes, you can get to 2 weeks. But do you want to white knuckle this the entire way by yourself? Or do you want someone that's going to go have a tea with you and sit with you for an evening on a day that's particularly hard,
Yeah.
And so I think after you get to kind of 6, well, I'm just speaking for myself, but when I got to 6-ish weeks, the kind of headachy kind of desire of it all faded away a little bit. And then I found a bunch of shit that I really enjoyed doing that was not drinking. And I think that's the other big thing you have to do is you have to really figure out what is going to fill that space.
Smoking copious amounts of weed. No, kidding.
Yeah, I started cocaine and I just did a bunch of weed, but other than that, no, I wish I liked weed. I do not like weed for some reason. It just doesn't. I liked it when I was younger, but
I think Sigmund Freud for a while was viewing cocaine as the solution to heroin. I'm not making that up. It's like a very famous psychoanalyst. Anyway, but that's not that. So you didn't go for snow blindness.
No, but I did go for this. Look at this.
Oh, okay. Now this looks like Japanese Lego-ish. Those are nanoblocks?
Yes. So this is called nanoblocks, and it's one of the things I wanted to talk about today.
All right.
So nanoblocks are from Japan, and I did a little research, and essentially they were able to find a way around a lot of the Lego patents. And they've created, look at how small this block is.
Yeah, he's holding it up.
If you listen to audio.
Yeah, it's about the size of a baby aspirin. I mean, it's tiny.
Exactly. And so they literally sell nanoblock branded tweezers to put these things together.
That's the most Japanese thing I can imagine at this moment.
Exactly. The instructions are horrific, which actually makes it more fun. Look at this. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he's holding up a cherry blossom tree. It's actually awesome. It's kind of mesmerizing in that lo-fi kind of way. And it probably has, I'm just going to guess here, 857 pieces.
No, this was 2,500, I think, pieces.
Oh my God. There we go.
This will take you a good solid week.
It'll keep your hands, idle hands in the devil's workshop, but not if you have nanoblocks.
Yeah, exactly. So I will say that little hobbies like this, especially ones that you can do with your kids. Oh, do I have my? Yeah, so this one back here is also Lego.
That's, I guess, I'm blanking on the exact name. The Great Wave, Hokusai. Almost everyone will have seen this. in some form or fashion. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, so that actually is a legit Lego. This is not nano blocks, but this one is really cool.